We truly believe in the power of staying independent. We're looking at manufacturing. It's a very fragmented market. There's small companies only for a specific part of a component for a solution. And we truly want to move away from that, building a vertically integrated, holistic solution. My name is Roman. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Robco, the robot company, and I'm 29 years old. If we look at the phones in our pockets, the stools we're sitting on, the rockets that launch to space, those are all products that are manufactured in a manual, repetitive, strenuous way, typically. And so what we do at Robco is to automate those jobs in the manufacturing sector that won't be there anymore in a couple of years due to the massive labor shortages we see in Europe, in the States, and globally. And so we do so based on our software-driven robotics platform, which both encompasses our robot arms and a software solution around it to rapidly pre-program, deploy, and manage robots in the field to automate those previously manual, tedious, strenuous tasks at manufacturing SMBs across the world. So I'm from a super entrepreneurial family, right? But I didn't start my own business up until uni. At the chair of robotics in AI in Munich is where I met my two co-founders. And back in 2019, we had this dual stream, both in terms of a tech breakthrough, which was our science robotics publication on the cover of a massively important robotics magazine. At the same time, our PhD research was funded by this SMB program. So we basically had weekly feedback loops of the customers we serve today, right? And they basically told us to not only write papers and do some research, but really found the company and develop a product that they can use. And so fast forward 2.5 years, we've deployed hundreds of modules across the world. We're about 50 people, all based in Munich in our headquarters. In terms of customers, there's everything in there from the telecoms of this world, the big names, but also very small, mom and pop, precision CNC manufacturing shops that we automate with our solution. So it's quite diverse. We've raised about $18.5 million to date within 2.5 years since starting the company. And I think the biggest challenge really was to raise this last round in this macroeconomic downturn we faced in 2022. But we managed to acquire Sequoia Capital, Kindred, and Promus, a couple of the big funds, big names in the industry to support us along the journey. If you look at robotics and automation, such a deep tech product and industry with patents involved and really scientific work involved as the backbone of the company. So the first about 18 months of the company were purely focused on getting the product up and running, getting the certifications up and running that we needed to have to go to market. And then we transitioned into being commercially active. We just entered the market about 10 months ago. And so that next stage of growth is really focused around commercial growth within our core markets, industries, and geographies. And so that's really what we're going to use and have used Series A funding thus far. When we look at manufacturing and automation in the manufacturing sector, it's typically pretty heavy industry, complex products, difficult to implement. And the way we address it is just quite different, right? So we basically apply consumer-grade UX products, which make it easy for a novice user, much as for an expert, to deploy and use our products. And so we really think about this as a kind of a consumer product from a user perspective, but still with the robustness and stability that you would have to see in the industrials. Having the grit of being an entrepreneur in that setting is I think always challenging. It breaks down to really acquiring the talent and the team members you need to fulfill that mission. Also on the technical side of things, there's just so many things that can go wrong, did go wrong, and now we mostly have solved in the past. So I think those were 3 sets of challenges that always pop up. So what would I tell my younger self before starting this company? I think move fast and break things, I think, is a very important claim, so move even faster. And then the second, to really stay focused on the core goal, on the core vision, and not be too caught up by the, challenges and hurdles that come up on a day-to-day. Plenty of work ahead still, but that's the current stage.